Ikale in diaspora convenes first Ikale Security Observer Summit. Security threat to lives and property in Nigeria has changed the narrative on community policing, as the realities on ground have revealed that the huge responsibility of providing security can no longer be left solely in the hands of the Nigerian police. This artifact has prompted a group of Nigerians in the diaspora who are passionate about their homeland security to form a non-governmental organization, Ikale Security Observer, ISO. Members of ISO are sons and daughters of Ikale land in Europe and America. While the group has been meeting and interfacing and mapping out security strategy for Ikale land on different fora, their first Homeland Security Summit tagged First ISO Home Security Meeting held on Friday 17 September 2021 at the Igbotako country home of Prince Dr. General Olubajowa OFR, retired. It will be recalled that ISO was formed under the chairmanship of Professor Shaliwa Olafioye, Are of Ikale land, the Michigan United States of America-based medical doctor and former United Nations Organization consultant, and the organization has prominent Ikales in diaspora such as Chief Dayo Ayebo, the viral president of Ikale World Congress, Prince Engineer Dokun Faduile, Pastor Tunji Ogumola, Mr. Alex Olowu, Mr. Femi Ayetiran, Prince Kunle Maxine Ayeku, and so many others are stakeholders. The summit at Oshoro allowed for a frank interface and cross-fertilization of intellectual standpoints on the agenda of ensuring proper security for the people of Ikale land. The host of the summit, General Olubajowa, in his address saluted the good thinking of the convener and threw his weight behind the ideals of ISO. General Bajowa, however, advised there was need to ensure that security network outfits that are to consolidate police effort are provided with adequate wherewithal and operational logistics to enhance the success of their operations. The summit's guest speaker, CP Abayomi Akrimale, retired, relying on his policing background, stressed that establishing ISO is within the purview of the Constitution of the Federal Republic. He maintained that the body, being a non-political and non-profit making one and a non-aggressive security inclined outfit, shall be acting within the bounds of the law if the body acts in defense of any aggression against any group of persons by collaborating with the authority and the Nigerian police to gather intelligence and prevent crime in Ikale land. In the course of the Zoom session of the summit, Nigerians in the diaspora and conveners of the summit expressed their frank opinion on the need for all hands to be on deck in order to foster security in Ikale. In their reactions to the guest speaker, CP Abayomi Akrimale,
why the Bawa Joko, you know why don't I first show I do know why you see the white banger to you know why the Raja to the banger to you. I'm a Joe, I'm a no pay by an idea, but oh Joado Joki, a Befi Bangato, and I do know what they dinner. They done now my Kale, they bombatiga at a Yila, Tanita, for the day for ye Kale Batiga, Ile Kaleni, at Yoga now, the body day at Yogani, Ibo at Yoga Nobu State. They the one Kapitane Agani, another day the Waka for our Jogani, Yogani Bokan.
Baba, most of the Maki de Pata, the Duriade, láti ọ̀dọ̀ àbùdó Ikale déédéé wọn bá yọra níbẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ pípa pátápátápátá inú mi dùn gan ní èdè yìí. Orúkọ mi ní Ẹkúndayọ̀ Ayébọ̀ láti Ìkọ̀yádé ní gbogbo ti họ. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi yọra níbẹ̀ yìí jàbárí wa rẹ̀ jìbẹ́sẹ̀ méjì kalẹ̀ ṣé ọ̀nà ti lọ́kàlẹ̀ ní pé náà ti wúrẹ̀ lè lọ́hí lọ́mẹ̀ lọ́hí gbọ́tàkó ṣé èdèkà ní wá sọ ni mo ní yẹ́sì èdèkà ní because ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ọmọ àkọ́kọ́ ni ó di àkọ́kọ́ ó gbèdé ara ni but Ikale we are so unique Ọlọ́run ṣe wá pé ní ọ̀kan pé dédé wa gbọ́ èdè ara wa ni.
Dáa o, àhàn dédé wa o, ní wákàtí mo fẹ́ pè ọmọ wa pásítọ̀ Ògúnmọ́lá.
A máa ṣe o, mo máa kí tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi kí àwọn kábíyèsí wa o. Our dear Abodi of Ikale land, Ọba bàbá wa Fádùyìlé, mo kí yín o tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀, mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ o. Mo dẹ̀ tún kí gbogbo àwọn olóyè wa o.
Ẹ dáhùn.
Mo kí yín o ẹ̀yin bàbá wa. Mo kí ọba wa ní ìlú tuntun, ọba wa ní Igbótago, ọba wa ní Òkìtìpupa, ọba wa ní Òde Ìrẹ̀lẹ̀, ọba wa ní Àjàgbà, ọba wa ní Òde Ayé, ọba wa ní Ìgbòdà, gbogbo àwọn ìlú wa Ìjòdò. Mo kí yín o. Olúwa á bá wa di ìkálẹ̀ wa mú o lórúkọ Jésù o. Orúkọ tèmi ni Túnjí Ògúnmọ́lá, ọmọ ìlú tuntun ni mí o.
Mo rí bọ́dọ̀ olóye.
Ìdí pàtàkì tí a fi gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ti ìbójútó ìkálẹ̀, ìyẹn Ikale security observer, got the deeper that
alternative security outfit must support the federal government. Because the federal government is a national security outfit, but there are some areas they cannot see better than the natives. So the natives must support the federal government. And that's what we are doing. We are supporting the state government, and the state government too must support the federal government so that Nigeria can stand as a nation and fight injustice. It's injustice all of us are fighting. Whether federal, whether state, anybody, the intention is not for it to be a threat. But if it's going to be a collateral damage, to be a threat, what we should do is to remove that area that can constitute a threat. It's monitoring. If you monitor and you make sure that you retain what is good, you do away with what is bad. All of us are fighting injustice, we are fighting evil. It's a collective fight that all of us must come together and carry out. Anytime there is light, darkness must disappear. Anywhere light enters, darkness must disappear. We believe that security agents are supposed to be for light. And if they get to anywhere, the darkness there must disappear. That's why we are collaborating with them. Assuming they are for evil, we will not support them. Is that most of them are natives. They know the interior of their area better than any other person. So they should collaborate with security agencies to fight evil.
Mrs. Gbemi Onosoya. Ni Afun, I am from Ilutitu. I am the Yeyoba of Murubodo Kingdom in Ilutitu. But I retired in Ogun State because that's where I am married to. I retired as a Principal General, PS, and currently I'm a commissioner in the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission. So that is my name. My remarks, I would like to appreciate the gesture, the kind gesture of all our sons and daughters in diaspora, in the US, in the UK, in Ireland, everywhere in Canada. They have come together to brainstorm about how to protect Ikale land in view of the current insecurity all over the world, particularly in Nigeria. For me, it's a step in the right direction. And I salute their courage, particularly the chairman and president, Professor Shalewa Olafioye, who has been a major driver of this initiative. His secretary, Pastor Tunji Ogumola, and many of them, all of them. Because if you are abroad, you are comfortable. You don't have to bother yourself about what goes on at home if you don't want to. But these are sons and daughters who are concerned about the goings on, about the challenges we are facing here in Nigeria and particularly in Ikale land. So, I'm a very busy person, but when they call on me that I have to be the Nigerian coordinator, I had no option than to accept, because I look at myself as well. If those who are abroad can be so concerned, how will I explain it? Me that is in Nigeria, though I'm in Ogun State, I had traveled some miles this morning to come here, but I want to salute them. It's a good move.
It is long overdue, given the fact that ours is supposed to be a federal state. Unfortunately, the successive military administration has whittled down the federal structure that was bargained for. And by so doing, the security system has been so centralized, leaving out loopholes and allowing a lot of security breaches. So having said this, it's long overdue for us to bring security to the grassroots. We need to have a homegrown security arrangement, as been proposed by the Speaker. This just concluded Ikale Security Observer.
It was highly successful. The outing was good. It was a special occasion in the life of our people here, and it's a milestone. A meeting like this has never happened before, where all the Obas in the Ikale land, that is in the local government and local government, were present. Those who, for traditional reasons, were engaged in some traditional activities that could not come, sent representatives. And our sons and daughters abroad, who organized the occasion or who sponsored the occasion, the organization, did extremely very well. They addressed us, they told us about the objectives, the aims and objectives of the NGO. It's an NGO, and I advise. I think you have a copy of my speech. I advise thoroughly on security nationwide and also here, particularly on the issue of information and intelligence.
Thank you for this interview. I see it a very successful one. This is the first time we have a general concern about Ikale unity, about Ikale security. There are many other fundamentals we have not touched, either because it is security, which is secret and cannot be discussed at a public avenue as this. But our children in the diaspora who did this have challenged us to do something, to be aware that we are not safe, and that we must do something to bring us to a situation where we can be aware of the insecurity around us. I want to thank that the Obas turned up. All those we invited, they are there. And the stakeholders, the organizers, they make good proposals, which is worthy of being looked into to establish a situation where security will be maintained in Ikale land. Thank you.
My name is Professor Shalewa Olafioye. I'm what's installed the Ààrẹ of Ikale land by His Royal Majesty Olayiloa Oba Fadewele, the Abude of Ikale land in the year 2018. I'm also the chairman and the president of the Ikale Security Observer. It's once said by notable scientist Dr. Maslow that in the affairs of man, there are three basic physiological needs of human being: shelter, food, and security. And there come a time like we have today in our nation, Nigeria, and the Ikale land, where the security due to kidnapping, banditry, raping has become of concern to the Ikale in the community. And because of that, in my role as the Ààrẹ, it was my responsibility to galvanize the Ikale in the diaspora. Having served in the United Nations for 4 years, I was fortunate to be able to collaborate with different Ikale organizations, the Ikale World Congress under the leadership of Chief Ayebo, the Egbe Omo Ikale in United Kingdom under the leadership of Mrs. Atijosan and Mr. Femi Ayetiran, the Ikale in the Canada under the leadership of Mr. Olowu, the Ikale Indigene under the leadership of Lord in Nigeria, and Egbe Omo Irele in United States under the leadership of Chief Alabi, to respond to this need of our people to preserve the life and the property of the Ikale land. So we come together under the auspices of the Ikale Security Observer. I also wanted to seize this opportunity as a matter of protocol to express our gratitude to the host of this Ikale Security Summit, the General, who's our leader, Prince Dr. Bajoa, who's our chief host today. I also want to recognize our fathers, our royal father of the day, the Abode of Ikale land, Oba Valuile, the Rebuja of Oshoro, Oba Bajoa, the Jegun of Idekwe, Oba Obatuga Adeoye, the Halu of Aye, Oba Williams Akinlo Ade, the Onagboruwa of Igbodi, Oba Ayeku, the man Majuna of Ulutitum, Oba Adeoye, the Oba Festus, Oniju of Ojuodo, the regent of the Enije, and His Higher and Royal Majesty, Barrister Mrs. Oluyemi Bajowa, the regent of Ayika. In special recognition, continue and greetings to our royal father that include the Oba Ayelure Olorunshola, the Odigbo of Ome, His Royal Majesty Oba Adesayo Thomas Oluwole, the Ahagba of Ajagba, His Royal Majesty Oba Oyegbemi, the Olugbohun of Ijosun, His Royal Majesty Oba Oyewumi, the Lagonso of Inyansan. We also recognize the regent of Odeirele, High Chief Olanrewaju, and many other distinguished Olojas and the distinguished Ikale. We want to thank you all, and greeting especially to our royal fathers. Thank you for your support for Ikale. Thank you so much. Secure our homeland. It is very important as we come today to deliberate why is it so essential for the Ikale nation, for the Nigeria itself to survive, that we need to be cautious. The essence of security is to deter. So we are here under the auspices of the Ikale Security Observer to deliberate how to preserve our nation and how to preserve the Ikale front so that maintain peace and tranquility.
It's been Steve Oviri reporting for the Polity TV Online.